Welcome back to another great episode of the Zero Excuses podcast. Thanks again for tuning in. My name is Kenyon. We've got another great show lined up for you guys today, and actually what I wanted to do with today's show was to break down one of my Facebook posts that I made here recently where I was talking about the fact that events aren't good or bad. They're only good or bad due to the meaning that we decide to assign to that event. Now, this post generated a lot of interesting feedback, and I wanted to break this down a little further. It was a very simple post that I made, and I intended this to spur some thought, which definitely happened. But I wanted to break it down even further than that and go deeper for you guys. Anyways, before we do that, just wanted to remind you guys real quick of a couple things. First is, if you haven't already joined our free closed Facebook group, you can head over to kenyonzitska.com/group. It'll take you right to the Zero Excuses exclusive free Facebook group. You can join the almost 500 people in there who are taking these conversations and breaking them down to an even deeper level and sharing their thoughts and their ideas about building discipline and eliminating excuses. But if you want to take it to an even deeper level than that, we do have a couple opportunities available for you guys to do that. We have a closed Infinite Results Mastermind group where there are men who are looking to blow the top off their business results, their health results, their fitness results, and overall just grabbing their life by the balls and owning it. You can apply for that at kenyonzitska.com/results. And if you are looking to work with me one-on-one, I don't have any one-on-one coaching spots open at the moment, but if you want to get on the wait list for when I do have some spots open up, you can do that at kenyonzitska.com/discipline. And lastly, if you guys haven't already subscribed, rated, and left us a review on iTunes, I would appreciate it if you did that. Just head on over to kenyonzitska.com/iTunes. Take you right to the webpage for you to do that. All right, guys. So what I wanted to talk about again was the fact that events aren't good or bad. They are just events. And they become good or bad because of the meanings that we assign to those events or those circumstances that we find ourselves in. Now, that's not to say that there are certain events where I would expect that of the vast majority of sane people would place a bad meaning on an event. But the point that I want you guys to understand about this is that we are in control of what events mean. We have that control. Now, when we do experience these extreme events, our animalistic brain, our prehistoric brain, kind of starts to take over. It's that fight or flight response that gets provoked because of these events, and then our natural reaction to these events becomes that meaning that we assign to it, just out of pure instinct. Now, what I would encourage you guys to start to think about and consider is the fact that we can just take a quick step back and say, wait a minute, is this gut reaction that I'm having to this event an appropriate response? And many times it's possible that yes, that's the appropriate response. However, we can just simply take a step back and maybe shift our focus for a moment. We can shift our attention away from this moment in time that's causing us a lot of stress, and maybe we can shift our response just a little bit for us to react in a more productive way. Just a quick example that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is, hey, it's raining today. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it depends on the situation, obviously. Maybe you're a farmer who is relying on this rain to have a productive season. that farmer is probably celebrating the fact that it's raining. And you can go across town and there is a family trying to have a family reunion or a picnic or a family gathering. They probably would consider the rain is a bad event. Or they can also consider that a good event. Maybe they're hot and sweaty, and they are welcoming this refreshing cool off that Mother Nature is offering. So that's just a quick example. And yes, I'm sure there are some very, very extreme exceptions to this rule. But the bottom line, the point that I want you guys to understand with this concept of events aren't good or bad, it's the meaning that we assign to them that makes it good or bad. The key thing that I want you guys to understand is the fact that we get to decide what events mean and if there's any meaning to be assigned at all. So I hope that this episode explains that a little bit better for you guys. And again, I actually really, really enjoyed reading some of the comments that didn't quite agree with my point of view on this. And oftentimes I'm actually more interested in hearing opposing points of view, and would love to hear some more of those if you guys have thoughts to offer. Either way. So let's wrap it up here, guys. Thanks again for taking time out of your day to spend a few minutes of it with me, and I appreciate your guys' support. One last quick plug here is if you guys are interested in supporting the show, would encourage you to go over to my resource page where I have some resources and some cool deals with some of our affiliate sponsors. And there's no junk there. This is stuff that I personally use and find beneficial. So if I haven't found it beneficial, it's not going to be on that page. So there's no BS on there. But anyways, you can check that out at kenyonzitska.com/resources, and it's all right there. Alrighty, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll talk with you later.